Base of the American Protoss hero, of course, still representing Ting. It is Neeb. You know, I know that we have these polls on the show. I personally don't have the Twitch open, obviously, because it would be a bit too distracting. But I know we have polls running all day. If the person who is in charge of these Twitch polls did not give a poll which goes, what was the bigger clown fiesta? Was it Canning Vindicta Game 2 or Asuna vs Australia Game 1? I'd be sincerely disappointed because I am very curious what the audience would vote. I actually don't know.
Okay, let's go with this psychologically. Australia versus Asuna was the most recent Clown Fiesta, so maybe that feels super duper strong, and the game was actually longer, right? And maybe there was actually bigger throws in that game?
Yeah, maybe. I mean...
okay, so the biggest... in fact, okay, there's so many big throws in that game. Like, just kind of gifting your opponent 7 disruptors without realizing it when you're already kind of behind, that's a pretty big throw.
Yeah, but I mean, walking away a cloak ghost from 40 probes when there is no pile and no detection is also... that's very generous too.
That's true, and also returning home with 190 supply versus 110 Protoss, that was also pretty ridiculous, honestly.
Some generous donations in the center of that game. I mean, I just want to see that poll. I know that the production is always listening to us, so I want to see what the audience votes.
I'm blowing up 8 of your own stalkers with Disruptor when nothing's happening.
It's like, nice, I got a free medevac. Let me return the favor by killing 8 stalkers.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was... It's been a blast today, Kevin. It's always a joy to cast StarCraft with you, especially when it's like this.
And let's not forget walking up the ramp of the natural like 17 times in a row. You know, it's like, damn it, still tanks and liberators there.
Oh yeah, DNS. That was amazing.
That was at the beginning of the day, but yeah.
Oh, you're talking about a different moment?
Well, talking about like Canning Vindicta. How many times did Canning go up that ramp in the natural?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I was just thinking about DNS being like, okay, the tank's still there. Yeah, they're still there like 10 times in a row.
All right. Hey, TLO managed to get 2 Zerglings very casually into the main base of Neeb. That is a great start for Dr. Dario. Let's see if we get something done. So I don't know if our production is listening. Well, hopefully they're still listening. I know it's been a long day, but if we do get that poll, and it happens, please let us know what the Twitch audience voted, because I'm really curious. Canning Vindicta Game 2 or Asuna versus Australia Game 1?
You're making me think about both those games again, Kevin. When we've got a game right here in our hands, like, and my brain's been melted. It like truly has.
Neeb is opening up with a Void Ray. Obviously, Void Rays are very safe and strong defensively. Dario is known for some of his weird and creative openings. Like, I've known in the past when I play a lot against TLO myself, he does Baneling Boss at the most random moments, you know, where they just don't make any sense. It's too late for a regular Baneling Boss, but then it's like way too early for it not to kind of kill his own economy. But most of the time, Dario had a perfect read on the situation, and he would just absolutely cripple me and kill a mineral line full of probes. So let's see if he decides to do something like that against Neeb as well.
I remember walling off against Dario like the first time with Engineering Base, like at my natural. And yeah, I got Baneling Bust and I died. Like, he denied my 1-1. I was like, oh, well, I'm kind of screwed now. And then I remember, like, he did it so much to me that eventually I learnt my lesson and I made 4 Engineering Base, 2 real ones in the back of my base and 2 fake ones in front. And you know what? He blew them up and I ended up winning the game. I was very proud. But yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah, Dario has always had his own take on StarCraft 2. And that's why we praise his creativity. And, you know, he finds these weird timings. There is a Baneling nest going down. Could just be, you know, for the macro-oriented game. Could also be for some defensive purposes, but right now the only thing he really has to worry about are those oracles, so I don't think he really needs a defensive Baneling nest. Let's see what he does, man. Are we going to see a random Baneling boss with Dario, like 6 minutes and 10 seconds into the game?
Who knows? Who knows? You know what's surprising me, Kevin? I'm seeing a relatively normal game here. Wait, what is that status? I guess it's for the... Was it for the... What?
I don't know. That's what you get, man. You jinxed it. All right, we have 2 adepts shading into the natural. Let's see if he lets the shade finish up. The answer is yes. How many drones will Neeb be able to get? Should be 3. Nope, it's going to be only 2. Well done, but I think TLO is actually playing quite well so far. It is important not to take too much damage from these oracles in the main, but that's a lot of queens. Not enough to take one down, but pretty all right defense, I'd say.
Oh, I mean, definitely good. I mean, it's almost as if TLO hasn't been retired for too long, right? Like 3 weeks or something. I don't know. But yeah, like this match against Neeb, I do feel that Neeb is extremely good with adepts, but he's kind of skipped that phase of the game with the normal kind of like adept blades and stuff. But I am scared for Dario because Neeb, he's got away with a lot of greed, and that is a lot of gateways.
But imagine if TLO kills that pylon. Imagine, like he's got dropper lords, man. He's gonna drop 8 roaches on top of this pylon and unpower every single production facility that Neeb has.
Kevin, like, you know, don't make it happen. Like, if you say it, it's gonna happen, isn't it?
I think it's going to happen.
And what would Neeb do then? Like, that is a true Artosis pylon.
Yes. Even Artosis would think that's a little crazy. Even Artosis would warp in 2 pylons there. He's like, you know what? It's a bit too much for me. Well, that is not happening yet. It seems that Darius is going to bring everything through one angle. It's kind of funny because both players, I feel like, have the idea to attack each other. Neeb just warped in 9 gateways. He is going to spot roaches, zerglings, and ravages running towards his side of the map, but he's still just running forward, man.
I mean, that is curious, right? The fact that he's willing to meet this away from his base. I guess he's just trying to buy time for the cannons and stuff, but do you really need to be doing this, Neeb? Like, this is scary from TLO.
Yep, TLO has 6 queens in these dropper lords. He's going to start spreading some creep here as well. I normally say that Neeb's army is pretty good against roaches, but I don't see a whole lot of immortals here yet. The Void Ray is taking a lot of damage. Is Dario making magic happen here in game 1?
I think he might be. The Cybercore is also being killed here, which means, you know, no more Stalkers or anything like that. And maybe Neeb doesn't want them, but nice snipe on the Stasis Trap there too.
Well, yeah, the Cybercore going down is a very big deal because I guess we can only wipe in Zealots now. We do have charged. Oracles feel like they're in a very awkward spot. The problem is I feel like Neeb is just taking a lot of damage. He's not killing anything. The robotics facility goes down as well. And that's it for Neeb. This is where he wants to fight. But now he's forced to take a fight on creep outside of his own natural.
This is really dicey. TLO's macroing buying is really good too. His minerals haven't gone below like or above 300, whereas Neeb, he's got a bank. He's got 1k 800. You can't be doing that, Neeb. Like, he needs to spend his money.
Yeah, but he can only wipe in Zealots. He lost the robotics facility. I mean, I guess he still has a Stargate, but these Archons are going to fall as well. The Warp Prism gets brought home. It's now just chilling above 5 queens. There is only 1 Immortal left. I'd love to see TLO just use a couple of roaches to take out that Immortal in the natural, because I feel like it's a sitting dog. There is nothing to save that Immortal.
Wow, TLO's got a 50 supply lead, and Neeb, this is not looking good. We thought we had to worry about that that pylon, the Artosis pylon, but you had to worry about so much more, because TLO, I haven't seen this kind of attack done in a while, and he's just pooping all over his base.
Yeah, there's so much creep in the natural of Neeb. The Zealots are simply not going to cut it. And Dr. Dario takes the 1-0 lead on Jagannatha. Perhaps a couple weird things, man. That Stasis Trap was a bit odd. But what I thought was even odder is that Neeb has a whole bunch of sentries. He's got 9 gateways finishing up. He's building a more powerful army. He sends a hallucinated Phoenix. He sees Dropper Lords heading his way, Lynx, Roaches, Ravages, and he's like, all right, you want to fight? Let's do it. And I'm like, I would say, like, you know, fall back a little bit further and then actually try to get a better fight in the aesthetic defenses.
Yeah, what a game by TLO. Like, he did it in his style as well. Like, he went full creative on Neeb, and this is kind of like, this is a matchup that historically he's not been good at. And I don't mean ZVP, I mean ZV Neeb. But taking the first game very convincingly there.
Yeah, I mean, once again, numbers don't lie. And historically, Neeb has a 20-1 record over TLO in series, not in maps, but in series. Wouldn't it be amazing if TLO takes a full-time job at Shopify and then gets his second victory ever over Neeb in a competitive best of 3 or best of 5? I think that'd be a beautiful story, man.
Yeah, all it took for Neeb to finally start beating Neeb, or TLO to start beating Neeb, is just get employed by Shopify. They make magic happen over there.
It seems that TLO needs 1 minute.
Probably to calm down,
That was a build that obviously hits very hard. I mean, roaches are very funny units because they're great against simple gateway units. Normally, an attack like that isn't very good because then there's 2 oracles with a lot of energy and there is a safety void ray as well. But that's obviously where the queens come into play. So, a pretty brilliant build by TLO, and Neeb's gonna have to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, it just shows you that you can't play. Like Neeb probably went into this like, oh, TLO, he's already like 0-4 in the group or 0-2 in the group and lost against Paddy Mac. And, I'm Neeb. I'm easily going to win this. I mean, TLO, like when it comes to playing on the main stage, let's be real, he's got a lot of experience. It's not going to tilt him a little bit. And when you think about the fact that he's a creative guy, it's kind of because he wants to impress. He wants to show off to the masses, and play his game. And yeah, it was a really good game, honestly, by TLO.
Yeah, just a well-chosen build and great execution. I love that you mentioned his macro because it is very easy to get a bit obsessed with your queens and you want to transfuse everything. You want to focus fire individual Protoss units with those roaches and then the money can spike up. But no, TLO was doing a perfect job keeping his money as low as possible, sending reinforcements to the other side of the map and getting the job done. Very well done. We're going to hop into game 2. It is going to be played on Lightshade. We obviously hope that all of you guys at home enjoyed the show today. This could be our last game, Ben. I don't think it's going to be, but it could very well be. Of course, DreamHack will be back tomorrow. It happens Tuesday to Sunday. Monday is the only day that we are not broadcasting this tournament, because then we are doing the European Pro Tour weekly in the evening, at least for Europeans. Anyway, top left side, our American Protoss. He's down 0-1. It is Neeb.
And the German Zerg, now living in Canada, it is TLO. There's a forge, Kevin.
More cannons! The funny thing as well is that we know that TLO is not going to have a boring response to this. He's like, you cannon me, I'm going to hatchery here. I'm going to build a hatchery here natural, and then I'm going to build spine crawlers. And you just know that like with TLO, it will never be a boring cannon rush defense.
No, and he's going to see it in pretty good time because his second Overlord does go to his natural, and seeing this probe turn up and like start doing this kind of stuff. I'm curious about what his response is really going to be.
He's pulling a lot of drones at first, so he's going to force out all 4 pylons. Most people, they just accept the fact that this hatchery is going to die. But Dr. Dario is not most people, and I know that about Dr. Dario. There's a lot of surface area on that pylon on the right side. Neeb is probably going to be forced to weapon even more cannons. Oh, he left the door open. Dario is a genius. There's so much. Oh my god, this is great. TLO. This is so good for TLO. He's going to get both cannons there, Ben.
Yeah, he is. There's only 1 cannon that's actually going up here, and okay, Neeb's made a little hole for himself here with his probe.
That's so late. That is so late, no?
It's super late, and like that pool, it's very close to finishing. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still don't know how this is going to go, but...
Double spine. You can build 2 spine crawlers because there's only room for 1 cannon there at the moment. Yeah, now they sent the drones. Build 2 spines, TLO, and you're in fantastic shape.
Or, yeah, even start mining with just those drones.
No, okay. He's going to drone drill. Oh, there's so much surface area. Oh, my god, it's around. TLO is in an absolutely fantastic spot. He got to commit, though. Don't send the drones back too soon. Recall being used on that probe. TLO right now is up a base, and he's about to kill 4 pylons in the natural of himself as well. Ben, this could be an insane upset.
This could be an insane upset. Holy crap. All it took for TLO being ahead against Neeb and getting the edge, it's just, he retired from pro gaming, and now he's making magic happen. Okay. Oh my goodness.
I have the feeling that Neeb... Okay, that's not a full wall off.
It's not a full
my god,
wall.
The Lynx are gonna run into the natural. There's a lot of surface area on this cannon as well. I think that's it. I think TLO has done it. Is TLO about to beat Neeb for the 2nd time in his career? I think the answer is yes, because he is in an amazing position.
Yeah, like, this is so much lost mining time. Can we see the income graph while this is going on? Like, this is just really a bad situation for Neeb, and he has to respect this, because if this pylon goes down, it's gonna be no units made. And the thing is, TLO's just mining like 1-0 behind all this.
2 more Zerglings are about to show up. I mean, this is going to be so bad. Neeb needs to pull more probes. I actually think TLO can just fight those probes. He's going to leave 1 low HP Zergling on the pylon. This pylon's taking more damage. Will the Adept ever come out or not to save the day?
Oh my goodness.
I don't think it will. That is going to be an unpowered gateway. Oh my god, Dario. You are a genius.
He's actually 42 supply against 24. He's got a 10 drone lead. Like, he's macroing really good behind all this too. Like, can you imagine what both these players are thinking right now? I can't.
TLO is like, I've traveled around the world for 9 years straight. I've lost against this guy on pretty much every continent you can imagine. Then I become a full-time employee of Shopify, and I'm about to 2-0 him.
And you know what's funny? Like, a day ago or something, he lost against Paddy Mac, like 2-1.
It's so mean when you put it like that, man.
I'm sorry, but like, this is the turn of events I didn't think would happen, you know? Like, you can't make this up.
Can we mention that Neeb still has 3 pylons in the natural TLO?
Yeah, we can. Is he gonna get... No, he's not gonna get supply block from this. Okay.
Well, it's gotta be pretty close. If you lose 2 pylons right now, you won't have a lot of free supply. Let's keep it at that.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
Oh, he's gonna be super... Ben, he's gonna be super supply block.
Yeah, he's going to be 38 out of 38, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And he didn't even start a pylon yet. Will at least the Oracle start? No. Okay, now he can't even start a Stargate unit.
Okay, Kevin. Yeah, take it away, mate. Take it away. Like, what do you say? What do you say? Okay. So TLO's actually going up to Lair real fast here. Do you think that he's going to like Nidus him after this?
I think Dario can literally do whatever he wants. Like, I think he could win this game with Link Corruptor.
Link Corruptor?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going for a Nidus here, which I think is a good call, considering how battered and bruised Neeb is. But Neeb is getting Void Rays, which will, you know, deny the Overlords and stuff.
Oh, okay. That is a great scout by Neeb. Neeb just warped in a pylon on the edge of his base. So he's going to see that Overlord morph into an Overseer. And that Overseer was supposed to build the Nidus in the main, I think.
I think it was too, but I'm also thinking if the Nidus ends up here, like outside the natural, that's also going to be ridiculously hard to stop.
Yeah. Neeb is going to play Mass Air, by the way. Warping in a second Stargate.
And how do you feel about that one, Kevin, against the Nidus?
I mean, Sarah would say, I Nidus everything.
Wait, did he cancel the Nidus?
Yeah. I think after that Overlord got spotted, after that Pylon got warped in, yep, the Nidus got cancelled. I mean, Dario is in a fine spot. All he needs to do is just build a few more drones and then just start... If you just start massing Roach Hydra of like 66 drones, how is Neeb ever going to deal with that? How will Neeb ever be able to defend 3 bases at once?
No, yeah, you're totally right. I like this decision as well by Dario. And the fact that he's going to be getting upgrades, attack and armor against range units, that's also really damn scary.
Yep. I think Roach Corruptor would have been all right as well, but he's going to go for the Hydras instead. I don't think I would have minded the Spire, but I think Hydras will get the job done as well. I just don't want to see him build Hydras of 57 drones. Because then I feel there is a risk, you know, that he maybe walks up a ramp, he gets force fielded in, you know, things go wrong, and then he's not very rich. These Roaches are going to try to force a cancel on the Nexus on the left side. A couple of Zerglings are going to show up as well. All right, great move by TLO.
It is, but I mean, he is losing, like, he's bleeding out a lot of units. Like, as good as this game started off, this Void Ray usage on the other side of the map for Neeb has been pretty damn good. He's hunted down a lot of OVs and what have you.
I'm not very worried yet. I think TLO is about to just get a whole bunch of Hydras out. Neeb has nothing that's good against Hydras. And he doesn't even have a fleet beacon, so it's not like he can start building Tempest or Carius. How do you fight Hydras with simple gateway units that don't obviously have any Twilight upgrades and Void Rays? Like, I don't see how you do that.
Don't get me wrong, I'm with you, Kevin, but, you know, whenever I see Adepts moving out on the map and I know it's Neeb, and, like, you know, I do class Neeb as the favorite here. I do know he can get magic done.
Oh, really, Guy? The player with the 20-1 record over the other one who recently got a job? Yeah, you consider him the favorite man? That's why we love having you on the show, those bold statements.
Bold statements by a bold bro, you know? Like, what can I say?
Okay, TLO, I think TLO is going to make this complicated for himself, or he's just going to rush into Vipers. And to be honest, that's not a bad play. I'm okay with it. Like, Vipers are fantastic against double target builds.
But this is kind of not what I wanted to see, because this is from getting into territory where I felt that TLO couldn't lose. Like, now he's adding infestors and stuff. Now I feel he's getting into territory where it's like, okay, TLO can potentially lose this.
TLO is going to go for Microbio Shroud.
You think he's going to win again? You think?
Now, I hope he just drops a Fungo. Like, Fungo and Parasitic Bomb is fantastic against Void Rays, right? It's not... I mean, normally this game ban would be super over. Like, make no mistake. I understand what you're saying, that there's like, maybe something goes wrong. Maybe the Void Rays fly into the main base. They kill a hatchery, but there are so many Hydras out already. Fungo growth could be fantastic. These Voids, I don't think they can even fight all these Queens. Transfuse? No? No Transfuse?
I think they need to buff Void Rays again, man. Like, all nerf Queens finally, you know?
All right, the Hydras are making their way to the other side of the map. We've got 2 Infestors in the mix. He's actually going to drop Microbio Shroud, isn't he? The legend.
Oh, it actually catches the Void Rays here. Picks off 2 of them. But, I mean, this is so much TLO. And, oh, my goodness, TLO with the 2-0 victory over